I like what's the guy from Japan?
Inoue?
Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catchweight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical.
I was wavering a little bit, you know, but I now consider after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent.
But Inoue is just on another level, dude. He is. I'm sorry to tell you guys that.
Boxing professionals have announced their choices for the Naoya Inoue versus Ye Joon Kim fight. The much-anticipated fight between Naoya Inoue and Sam Goodman has been cancelled once more, possibly for good. Goodman, who has been plagued by misfortune, suffered yet another injury to his Sammy that forced the postponement of their originally scheduled December 24th bout against the unified super bantamweight champion. Goodman is facing a devastating setback, with reports indicating that he may need plastic surgery and could be out for up to 6 months. Despite this setback, however, he is determined to keep the January 24th fight date intact. The monster set his sights on a new last-minute challenger, South Korea's Ye Joon Kim, who has just 13 days to prepare. The 32-year-old from Seoul, known as Packweather, has a strong record of February 2nd 21 with 13 KOs and has never been stopped riding a 2-fight win streak. Kim last entered the ring in May.
Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. So the replacement for Sam Goodman to face Naoya Inoue has been named as Ye Joon Kim. Don't know much about the fella, but he replaces Goodman on the 24th of January from the Ariake in Tokyo, Japan. Who wins and how?
Now ranked number 11 by the WBO and thus eligible for a title shot, Kim remains unranked by the other 3 major sanctioning bodies. Nevertheless, reports confirm that Inoue will put all 4 of his 122B titles on the line in their upcoming clash. For Kim, this represents a massive leap in competition. He has never faced anyone even close to Inoue's level, let alone someone as exceptional as the undefeated 28-0 champion. Now with a striking nickname and a golden opportunity, Kim steps into the ring with little to lose and everything to gain. Kim's unpredictability could make him a real threat. He might just throw caution to the wind and come out swinging, while in no way is the clear favorite or close to it. Credit is due to Kim for stepping up to keep the fight alive. As for Inoue, he'll be hunting for another knockout and odds are he'll find it. No one can predict how fierce Kim will be in the fight or how long he'll last. Meanwhile, the ever-disciplined 31-year-old Inoue now has a few days to dissect every available clip of Kim, sharpening his strategy with the precision of a true professional. Kim enters the ring as a massive 18-1 underdog determined to defy the odds against Inoue. With history on the line, he aims to stun the boxing world and become the first male South Korean world champion since Jin claimed the WBC featherweight title by outpointing Rodolfo Lopez in 2006. Kim has showcased his knockout power in his last 6 victories. However, that impressive streak was briefly interrupted by a majority decision loss to Rob Diesel. Kim seems convinced that his best shot at being the first to conquer the monster lies in a firefight, hinting that his power is being underestimated, a notion he made clear upon landing in Japan. He said, "I don't think Inoue has ever faced a fighter like me before. I can imagine what he's thinking right now, but I want to say that he's completely wrong. I think he will understand what I'm saying when we get in the ring and we exchange punches." For the first time, the 32-year-old contender has openly shared his belief that his fighting style thrives when facing Japanese competitors, stating during a recent open workout in Seoul that Japanese opponents have always been the simplest for him. The former IBF Asia Super Bantamweight champion's undefeated record of 7-0 against opponents from Inoue's homeland supports the theory. Despite the significant step-up in competition compared to those he has previously faced, Kim is confident that he is more prepared to take on Inoue than anyone else. He said, "I've been studying him for a long time and I practice as if I'm going to face him. All my practice and all my fighting patterns are based on fighting Inoue." The Inoue Kim Showdown is set for Friday, January 24th at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo. Defending champion Inoue aims for his 24th straight victory in a world title battle, with fans anticipating a smooth and effortless performance. Meanwhile, Naoya Inoue will once again be in the spotlight alongside welterweight prodigy Jin Sasaki. Sasaki's final bout, a technical knockout of Camille Bala in the 7th round, was featured on the ESPN Plus broadcast of Ano's triumph over TJ Deeney in September. According to Top Rank, which promotes Inoue, Sasaki will appear in the co-feature bout against Shoki Sakai. Sasaki, a 23-year-old fighter hailing from Tokyo, boasts a record of 18 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, with 17 of his victories coming by knockout. His only defeat occurred in October 2021, when Andy Hioka stopped him in the 11th round. Since then, Sasaki has rebounded with an undefeated streak of 7 wins and 1 draw. Currently, he holds the number 3 ranking with both the IBF and Dubo, and is ranked number 4 by the WBA and WBC Sakai. A 34-year-old fighter hailing from Yoko holds an unranked record of 29 wins, 14 losses, and 3 draws, with 15 of those victories coming by knockout. His most recent bout took place in May, where he suffered a narrow split decision loss to Ryota Toyoshima, who boasts a record of March 1, 18. Sakai's career also features setbacks to notable opponents, including decision defeats to Alexis Roacha and Gore Euron in 2019. Meanwhile, the main concern among fans, apart from not recognizing Kim's name, is how he's been granted a shot at IO's 3 world titles in the super bantamweight division, despite being unranked by any of the 4 major sanctioning bodies. Aside from that, Joon Kim stands as a solid alternative to not Iowa's initially criticized choice Sam Goodman. Inoue's camp has opted for a Rocky-esque approach, selecting an unranked challenger, someone virtually unknown to most, and thrusting him into the limelight to VI4. 3 world titles. This would be more acceptable if it were a non-title bout, with none of Inoue's belts on the line. Instead, Team Monster has picked a no-name contender to fill the spot, while it may benefit Kim and NAA. It's a letdown for the fans. Permitting a non-C contender to compete for 3 world titles is both discouraging and deeply unjust to fans and the top 15 challengers who have patiently awaited their opportunity to face the Japanese champion. Boxing enthusiasts showed little interest in a matchup between Inoue and Goodman, dismissing it as a predictable mismatch for the Japanese phenom. The Australian, known for his finesse but lacking knockout power, was seen as easy prey for Naoya. Goodman appears to be a true prospect when compared to his replacement opponent, Ye Joon Kim, who suffered a loss to journeyman Sam Diesel in an 8-round majority decision on April 15, 2023. Naoya Inoue enters the ring as a massive -4, 0 favorite against Ye Joon Kim, who stands at +500 in their highly anticipated super bantamweight title fight. The odds for Inoue versus Kim are once again heavily skewed, signaling that Monster is likely headed for another dominant title defense. Let's dive into the Inoue versus Goodman odds and see if there's any hidden value. Perhaps we can uncover a long shot pick to make betting on this bout. More exciting, Inoue is constantly on the move, proudly asserting himself as one of boxing's most active champions with his 4th title defense set for January. He's already conquered TJ Diney and is steadily dominating the super bantamweight division. Inoue's approach to boxing is defined by forward momentum, immaculate footwork, and a versatile punch selection. He masters the art of controlling distance, enabling him to land crushing blows while avoiding counters. His skillful execution of body punches has earned him multiple knockouts, as he frequently employs feints or headshots to draw his opponent's guard upward, opening up pathways for strikes to the torso.
4団体かかった試合だから、気持ち的にはいつもと変わらず自分の最高のパフォーマンスができる試合をしたい。偉業、この2階級で4団体統一の偉業を成し遂げたいとか、ベルトを4つ取りたいとか、そこじゃないんですよ。だから自分がどれだけ強い姿を見せれるか、どれだけのパフォーマンスを見せれるか、戦いたいってところなんですよ。
That power will culminate in a perfectly executed knockout against Kim, the newest addition to his list of defeated foes. While the resilient Korean might offer more resistance than previous challengers, it won't be enough to take down the reigning champion. Kim's profile remains somewhat mysterious, currently ranked number 11 by the WBO. He made his comeback in 2022, after a 3-year hiatus, compiling a 3-1 record since then. While a few training clips show glimpses of respectable hand speed and solid defense, there's little evidence to indicate he stands much of a chance against Inoue. The Japanese boxing great is on a huge hot streak, and Inoue is now the hardest fighter in the sport. Avoid squanting time on an underdog wager. In the middle to late stages, round 6 to 8, Naoya Inoue prevails by stoppage before the final. Bell rings. Ano's strength and accuracy will probably overcome the Korean as the sport entered 2025. Naoya Inoue is determined to pursue the most thrilling and high-stakes matchups available. Inoue has triumphed over 9 straight challengers since his 2019 Fight of the Year battle with Nonito Donaire, a bout that went the full distance this past May after being fled in the first round by a punch from Mexico's Luis Nair. Inoue stormed back to claim a 6th-round TKO victory. Before an electric crowd at the Tokyo Dome, Inoue shook off a sluggish start and turned the tide, dismantling Australia's TJ Diney with a relentless barrage of body shots that sealed the victory in the 7th round of their September clash.
TJ, was a great performance from TJ, and yeah, it caused Inoue a few problems at times, and picked up a few rounds, which not many people can do. So I thought it was a great performance from TJ, and I knew he still showed his class. I think he was going to come home strong, but it was an incredible effort, and a shame that his body gave out on him.
Boxing Scene inquired whether Inoue believes he is progressing with every fight, probing if he drives himself by being his toughest critic, or if he has reached contentment with his standing in the boxing world. Inoue said, "I'm getting at controlling my emotions during the fight. I motivate myself by saying I will perform better than the fans expect." Expectations nearly every day. Inoue's global reach grows. He signed a nearly $20 million sponsorship and branding agreement with Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season head Turki Alik last month. Bob Arum, Inoue's American promoter with Top Rank, previously shared with Boxing Scene his desire to stage a major April showdown in Las Vegas, pitting the Japanese star against the undefeated WBC bantamweight champion Jonto Nakatani, who boasts a perfect record of 29-0 with 22 coups. The many featherweight champions who are urging Inoue to advance and compete for a 5th division title could also be amused on those topics. He said, in the US or Japan, I'll welcome any Zir fight. I haven't decided on when I'll be moving up in weight. Asked which fighter he wants to most get in the ring with, Inoue said, I don't have any one particular fighter in mind after I get past each fight. I'm sure the best opponent for me will appear.
That's wild.
Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is a monster.
Crazy dude.
Yeah, let's check him out, man. Ikuki, what's his name?
This guy, Naoya.
Yeah, let's look at some of his fights. He's a mean fella.
Where's he fight?
He's a Japanese, 118 pounds. But wow, he was like 108.
Boxing?
He's a mean son of a bitch. Oh yeah, you gotta see this bad motherfucker. He don't look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was little like that. Just as good.
He looks like a fucking pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these.
The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing.
He's vicious. The Monster. Oof. That's a badass guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
118?
Yeah,
who the hell fights in that division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad motherfuckers. Yeah, some killers. Ooh, break him. Ooh, the Monster. He beat him so easy.
Oh, I love it.
The Monster.
It's a good piece, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it gave me goosebumps.
Fucking Monster. He's a mean little.
Crawford's recent victory in a high-profile welterweight showdown is significant because it places him in the storied legacy of past welterweight champions. Anybody who wins a showdown in the welterweight division is definitely going to climb close to the top of the pound-for-pound list. Crawford's win is particularly important because the welterweight division has historically been one of the most competitive in boxing. By winning a major showdown in this weight class, Crawford has solidified his place among the elite. Jones gives Crawford the nod as the current pound-for-pound king due to his consistent dominance and his willingness to take on tough opponents, something that Inoue has yet to experience. Due to the limitations of his weight class, Roy Jones Jr.'s analysis of the current state of boxing provides a nuanced perspective. Alvarez remains the face of boxing, thanks to his fan base and commercial power, while Naoya Inoue is a rising star with the potential to dominate if he can find.
There's another tornado brewing over there in the name of Inoue.
He just won.
That is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what you want, I know he's way over there in Japan or wherever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there.
For boxing fans, Terrence Crawford has solidified his position as the sport's best fighter, thanks to his outstanding welterweight performances. The future appears bright, with intriguing bouts and challenges ahead, but the sport will still struggle to define what it really means to be the face of boxing, and how legacy is created in a sport where timing and recognition are crucial factors.
Yeah, international.
Yeah, and in this country, you got Canelo, you got Bud, because Bud takes on all of them, and he just won the big showdown fight at the welterweight division, which is what Thomas Harris and Sugar Ray Leonard left off at. Right. So, I mean, that's never gonna be forgot. So anybody wins a showdown in the welterweight division, you definitely want close to the top of the pound for pound with this. Yeah. And he just did that, so he's number one.
Similarly, Sean Porter's commentary on Naoya Inoue reflects a deep respect for the Japanese boxer confidence, skill, and maturity in the ring. Porter, a former welterweight champion, emphasized just how impressive it is that Inoue is showcasing his brilliance at the highest level. So early in his career, his words speak to both the technical prowess and mental fortitude required to reach the pinnacle of boxing. Porter's remark highlights Inoue's ability to perform at the highest levels of boxing. While displaying exceptional skill, Inoue's actions inside the ring have garnered attention not just because of his knockout power, but also because of his awareness and control over the fight. As Porter points out, this kind of dominance and finesse is usually reserved for when an opponent is already showing signs of wear and tear. However, Inoue executes his game plan with surgical precision from the start, showcasing not only his technical ability, but his mental preparedness. Inoue has consistently demonstrated that he doesn't wait for his opponent to break down or show signs of weakness before making his move. Instead, he takes control of the fight early, which is a sign of a fighter who understands exactly what needs to be done to win. Porter acknowledges this mental clarity and confidence, remarking on how rare it is to see such confidence from a fighter so early in their career, especially when they're facing world-class opposition. The key takeaway from Porter's comment is his admiration for Inoue's unwavering confidence. This speaks to Inoue's mental strength, which is just as important as his physical capabilities in the ring. Inoue doesn't just rely on his punches, he understands his opponent, the flow of the fight, and his own strengths in a way that allows him to make precise decisions in real time. This level of self-assurance is rare even among the elite, and is what sets Inoue apart from many other top fighters.
You know you're a bad boy.
Yep.
When you at the top of the, when you at the tippy top and you pulling that kind of stuff out this early, usually you want to know your opponent's broken down before you do those kind of those things. And I was like, yo, my man's confident. He know exactly what he's designed to do, and he's doing.